Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
No, you're 120% dick pic.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
Because we don't care about anything else. We're a walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room and you return the favor.
Got her in. Oh. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop it now. I order you to stop. I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. That's not... look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you gotta fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah, okay.
I got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it.
What's up, savages? Welcome to another episode of Grunt Speak that actually is Live from the Lair. All right, now, we've talked about this so many times, and unfortunately, we're going to have to keep doing it. All right, now, we had another show that we were going to do, but in light of what happened with the Supreme Court today, we have to talk about this. And it has to do with the rise of communism, Bolsheviks. I know, drink. It is what it is. But this is what we're looking at. All right. We've already had a massive invasion take place during the Biden administration. And I would say we've also had issues before that. They just hit it better. All right. And now it's in our face. We have New York City going full commie. We have a civil war taking place within the Democratic Party and the communists that they brought in. Who would have thunk that, hey, now they're backstabbing the Democrats who brought them in? And we literally have millions upon millions of people waiting for Trump to leave office to reinvade. Now, I am not being hyperbolic here. I am telling you the way it is. We have a whole bunch of useful idiots who are helping this and fighting for it. Now, I say useful idiots because this same pattern has played out over and over again across communist takeovers. They rely on the backs of the useful idiots. And once they get in power, the useful idiots are put to the sword, mainly because they realize they were betrayed, and two, they already know and have experience over toppling a government. That is what they are trying to do. Now, we have a populist wave that has had some success, but it's being blocked by rhinos. And we have the Supreme Court who just stabbed this country in the back. The only way out of this, in my opinion, is through a two-way rifle range. Because you can vote yourself into communism and socialism, but you have to shoot your way out every single time. And by the time you get to that level, millions upon millions of people have been destroyed. And this country probably will never fully recover because the means of production will have been confiscated, eroded, if not flat out destroyed. And rebuilding that from the ground level is monumentally difficult. Just look at the Soviet Union, okay? Their communism collapsed in 89, 1990. For about a decade, they starved and they struggled. They had guys on active duty in the military begging for food and money in the streets. I read those articles. It did happen. The Soviet Union Russia never recovered because the means of production was ground to a halt and eroded.
Will you close that door, please?
Where it's not going to recover. Not unless they really focus on it. And that is what's coming here. All right. I am not being hyperbolic. I'm not lying to you. You guys don't come here to me for me to sell you sunshine and rainbows and lie to you. You come here to get the truth. You're not going to hear this on mainstream media. And more than likely, this stream will be shadow banned, if not taken down, because I'm speaking the truth. All right. Now, the good news is we have a couple more lives saved. We're not reading them into the record today, but that's going to put us at 600 because we're at 598 right now. All right. So bring it in, Balladorf. Let's get this thing going.
We went into the village to inoculate the children and came back the next day. They had hacked off all of their arms. The genius of this. The genius.
All right. Now, if you guys...
It's hot here. I'm fucking dying over here.
And what's the temperature? Let me look right now. It's like in the 90s.
90. God, it's oh, we're at 88 right now.
No,
so
where I'm at, it's 93.
Cool.
And I have 5 AC units going in the lair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about where we're at here, too, which means, well, just hydrate.
There you go. Stay hydrated.
You got to do what you got to do.
I'm going to start this off a little whimsically because we are about to go down a long, dark Alice in Wonderland bad place rabbit hole. But this is really what these academic socialists, these academic Bolsheviks think it's like.
Yay! The benevolent and all-knowing government froze the rents, increasing demand while decreasing supply? What could possibly go wrong? My landlord still hasn't fixed the AC. I thought that removing the incentive to invest would encourage investment. Developers stopped proposing apartment buildings? It must be because they hate affordable housing. The waitlist for an apartment is only 30 years. Yay! Progress! Every rent-stabilized unit is occupied forever. Housing crisis solved! Yay! The government is expropriating private property because the landlord couldn't afford to maintain the building. Everything is going according to plan. My landlord says the hole in the roof can wait until next year. Nothing motivates new construction like making construction less profitable. This has totally worked out every time it's been tried before.
That's really how they think.
Exactly.
Go listen to the young people in New York talk. It's a tongue-in-cheek video. It's meant to be funny, but that's really how these people think.
It's the real deal.
And how do we get these kids to this point? I did a lot of freaking digging on this particular point.
All right, hang on.
One of the first...
Hang on. We got here because they took out government. They took out civics. They dumbed down the education where most people can't even read. And they look on the internet and they're believing the elevator music that's being piped in by big tech mainstream media while everyone gets to leisurely relax behind the safety of 5 fences. There you go.
No.
Don't ever change, Battle Dwarf.
No.
That's another thing is...
Close. Lots of elements. Lots of elements are correct.
He and I don't agree on everything.
Oh my God. You should hear us fight on the phone sometimes.
Yeah.
It does happen.
I'll be like, I'm frustrated right now.
I don't
and
care.
It's just like, fuck your feelings.
Yeah, fuck your feelings.
It is. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, fuck your feelings right in the face. I don't care. True story. So the way we got here, all of those things are true. What you said, all of those things are true, but they are incidental and also influential in what's going on. We have carefully had everything we care about removed. I want you to look around right now today where you're at and tell me how prepared your city, town, village, or county is to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this country. Because we have almost nothing up.
No, there's nothing there.
Nothing at all.
There'll be a fireworks show here in Warren, and there'll be another one in Berkeley. Mm-hmm. They're not usually... They usually start a couple weekends prior.
Now, I was around for the bicentennial, as was Pop.
Oh, yeah.
There were parades of people in traditional costume everywhere. There was a complete feeling that year of Hoorah America. And every single commercial was about the bicentennial. 250 years, nothing, not a peep. What this is they remove everything you have to believe in. All of our old stories. Find a kid today that knows who Paul Bunyan is.
Yep.
Or Babe the Blue Ox. Or Johnny Appleseed. They don't know. They don't know who any of those people are. They have not learned any of our myths, legends, stories, or anything at all. And this causes a huge void underneath all of our kids, all the way up to probably the 30-year-olds at this point. They've got no direction. They don't know where they're from. They don't know where they're going. They don't know anything about their history. They've got no foundational basis for anything. And this is how you get socialism.
Yeah. And
the socialism sucks so badly that you have to destroy everything that existed before it in order to get people to accept it.
Correct. And here's the thing. Mainstream media and big tech are pushing this propaganda, and we're letting it happen.
Well, to the thing, it's
yes.
Nobody is taking any steps to stop this. And yes, we have some people wanting to stop the border, slow the immigration for now. But unless they correct the schools, deal with big tech, deal with mainstream media, and shut that shit down, it's going to get worse.
Yes.
Now, if you guys hear this, forward this to President Trump when it comes to big tech. We have been being censored by big tech. We have American companies operating in America. And America operates under the Constitution, it's supposed to, but these American companies operating in America are punishing U.S. citizens for exercising their constitutional rights of freedom of speech and what have you.
And stealing money from us. They run ads on our shit.
Hang on. These big tech companies are making trillions of dollars using an infrastructure paid for by U.S. taxpayers. So all big government has to do is go, okay, if that's the way you want to be, you're cut off. You can't use any of our infrastructure. You can build your own, and good luck with that, with the permit processes, the bureaucracy, and the raw cost of it. That needs to happen. Same thing with mainstream media. Literally pull all of their FCC licenses, and if they're on the internet preaching a bunch of bullshit, you cut off that infrastructure as well. Fuck them. All right, I'm sorry. This is a drinking show.
You done?
Yeah, let's drink to the
Are we
bullshit.
good?
Yes.
This next lady is going to describe what I was talking about. I want you to hear this because this was from around 1959. This woman had shit figured out.
It's not playing. Uh-oh.
Did we have the dwarf overheat there?
I think the dwarf dropped off. Sweet! Shoestring budget, everyone.
Shoestring
budget. All right, let's get him off.
Phrasing.
Sorry. So anyway, when he was talking about the bicentennial, which was 1976, all right, I was 8 years old. And I remember my friend, Billy Odish, Chaldean kid. His father had 5 or 6 party stores. And I walked to school every day for at least two or 3 months, from like April to when school let out in June, with my pockets stuffed with fireworks. Fired off missiles, rockets, bottle rockets, M80s, M60s. Hang on, let me see if Battledorf is texting me. And Steve.
Looks like we had a little bit of a power flicker there.
Power flicker, yeah. We got a power flicker. So he's got to wait for his cable box to reboot. And he's right. There were fireworks. I think I went to 4 fireworks shows at the end of June through mid-July. Like every weekend, there was a fireworks show. I went to the fireworks show in Detroit with my buddy and his father. And it went on for almost an hour and 10 minutes. It was unbelievably patriotic. We're talking explosions, one right after the other, that like shook you to your core. And I was a kid. It scared the shit out of me. None of that today. In fact, if you don't know this, they actually interrupted an attack that was going to take place during the MMA fight that took place on the White House to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this country. Rumor is it involved members inside the military. There was a nerve agent component, drones, and what have you. And that's not a one-off. There are a lot of people out there that want some kind of attack to take place and a bunch of people to get zeroed out. I mean, that's what they want. We don't have any allies, okay? Because if you think the two-way rifle range kicks off here in the United States, anyone is coming to our aid, you're out of your mind. The only one that's going to send aid is NATO, and that is to basically shut down everything and take over our country. So let that sink in. Furthermore, they want to take away your guns, the Second Amendment. And one of the main reasons they want to do that is the powers that be are planning to do things that would cause people to get shooty. Now, I myself am old. I am not going to participate in this. All right. I will record it. All right, it's going nice standing by. Uh-oh. My UPS unit may be dead. Uh-oh, what's that? All right, so this show might end early. We'll see. Holy crap. Well, things happen.
Murphy.
So if his cable box burned out, then that's a wrap.
Yep, that sucks. But yeah, like what Dorf mentioned earlier, they're trying to erase our values and everything. There's a city in Massachusetts, I believe, somewhere on the East Coast. They want to ban flying the American flag for reasons because it's harmful to whatever. I'm like,
yeah. And listen, this is not going to end well. Like,
no.
This is going to end in violence. And if you guys think, well, once everything collapses and everything is super expensive, then it'll kick off. That's not how it works.
Ooh, is the dwarf back?
Are you all right?
Stand by.
What happened? You had a power flicker?
We had a power flicker of some kind. There we go.
Okay. So it is what it is.
Dude, really. So it may have affected my ups unit in some way.
Which
because
unit?
What?
What unit are you talking about?
An uninterruptible power supply.
Oh, fuck.
Well, mine is like 6 years old, so it may have taken one in the pooper.
How much do those cost?
They're not that expensive.
Okay.
They're not that expensive. Anyway, no shit. There we were, hip deep in soju caps when everything started falling down around us. Let's try this once more from the top with feeling. This is Hannah Ardent, and she has something to say about the socialists and all of that fun
now
stuff.
To the thing itself. And I want to be careful because it was genuinely new. Ordinary tyranny wants your obedience. It silences you, it frightens you, but it leaves your inner world more or less intact. You may think what you like, so long as you keep quiet. Total domination wants more than that. It wants the inside. It runs on two engines, terror, which isolates every person until no one will act with anyone else, and an ideology, a single idea that claims to explain all of history, past and future, with airtight logic, so that no fact can ever contradict it. And here is the most important sentence I can give you. The ideal subject of such a regime is not the fanatic, not the true believer who burns with conviction. It is the person for whom the difference between fact and fiction, between true and false, has simply stopped existing. The one who no longer trusts what they saw with their own eyes over what they have been told.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, and I want to play that back.
But that's cult stuff right there.
That's cult stuff right there. Exactly. You get so wrapped up in this that you no longer believe at all anything that is actually real. You only believe what you are told. You will ignore the facts in front of you. And we see this in college students like crazy these days. It's amazing. You try to talk to them and they're like, no.
Ideology is a prime example.
It is a prime example. Absolutely a prime example.
Now, if you want to see them,
what?
If you want to see those college people implode, especially the trans supporters and trans community, when you talk to them, you ask a simple question. Why are you not drawing Social Security? And they will look at you and say, well, because I'm not 62 to 65 years old. And I'm like, well, you could believe you're 62 to 65 and change reality and get your Social Security, right? And if they say, well, you could watch them short circuit, because if the logic you just said applies to their chronological age, but it doesn't apply to people born as men not being able to become women, they literally freak out. They get angry because you're literally attacking their cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Cognitive dissonance, by the way, not dissonance.
Dissonance, whatever. Close enough. I'm a dyslexicist, man.
Uh-huh.
Enough people reach that state, anything becomes possible, because there is no longer any solid ground from which to say that is a lie. You do not have to make people believe the lie. You only have to wear them down until they no longer believe anything at all. Exhaustion, not conviction, is the goal.
And that's exactly where we are today.
Uh-huh.
Most kids today don't believe anything. They just don't believe anything. And so they fall for everything. And there's no way through it because there's no way to get to them.
Nope.
There's just no way to get to them. And this has been going on for a very long time. I've seen socialists in downtown Detroit for years now. Literally years, 10, 15, 20 years now. But this really sparked off and became obvious to the rest of the country, not the people who watch this show, because we all know who Bolsheviks are on this show.
There, I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
Now, I'll admit this woman is unfortunate looking, looks a little bit like a frog, and a member of Congress had some sort of angry sex, but she makes a good point.
I'm Barbara Boyd. I've spent decades now tracking how political movements are manufactured and deployed against nations that resist. Today, I'm going to talk about the misnamed Democratic Socialists of America, the DSA's actual platform: free transit, rent freezes, tax the billionaires.
Listen to this.
That's the DSA sales pitch. But the man at the center of their real thinking is right there in their internal educational program. That's the name, Antonio Gramsci. And he's a communist, not a socialist. He proposed that only ruthless attacks on culture, not economic benefits for workers, will make revolution possible.
Yep.
Journalist Matt Taibbi found the clearest statement of what the DSA's real target is. One of the new DSA members of Congress, Darazilia Chevalier, was a member of the Columbia University Apartheid Disinvestment Group, i.e. disinvestment in Israel. The group that posted a since deleted Instagram saying, "We are Westerners committed to the total eradication of Western civilization." Now, if you heard a candidate say that out loud, you'd think they'd lose in a landslide. So why did they win? Because the real work happened years before Election Day. The DSA has spent years building what they call a hegemonic counterculture in New York City, attacking men.
This is being done in
the
every one of your
patriarchy,
states right now.
Christianity,
Yep.
police, closed borders, and the idea that the American Revolution is anything other than a story of racist land theft.
Yep.
That attack has been everywhere since Barack Obama's presidency. It's been taught in the schools for 2 generations now.
Mm-hmm.
Taibbi describes the movement's base as largely young, media-savvy professionals, grad students with Instagram accounts, he calls them. Much of this city's minority and working population oppose them. They won because sections of this nation's elites are enamored with them. And like communist movements throughout history, they have friends in high places.
Now, I'm going to stop it right there and point something out that occurred to me when she was talking about this, when I saw this video for the first time. Communism is the ideology that has a high price on both ends. You can't have communism without these enamored elites who fund all of these students to do their little revolution things. Even Trotsky was getting money from New York bankers, and all of his support was coming from the communists in Germany. That's how Trotsky got the 1917 rebellion started. And the other end of it, the back end of it, the other high price is everybody dies and starves and everything is ruined.
Yeah.
Communism is a high price on both sides. And it must be funded, and it is always funded. Remember, communism has only really existed in any tangible form since around 1897.
Correct.
It has never gotten off the ground without wealthy board investors. And we did a show on that called The Wistitutes of Olympus. That's the kind of people who are funding a lot of these communist revolutions. And a lot of them are males in this case. You got this guy out of Shanghai whose name I can never remember, but fuck that guy. You've got Soros, obviously. You've got members of the Rothschild family. We all know that's going on. And several other wealthy billionaires that are funding this behavior. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Communism doesn't work. We've tried this. It'll be fine.
Who are using them for their own purposes.
Bing.
Lansky's name is in the opening sentence of the Council on Foreign Relations' new blueprint for what they're calling a post-Trump world. What did Gramsci say? He said, revolutions fail when you seize political power but leave the national culture intact. Because the people who still believe in this civilization you overthrew.
What did I just say? What did I just get done saying? You must erase the previous culture to do
So
this.
the revolution has to happen in the culture first. You have to make people hate their own culture, their own civilization, not disagree with it, hate it. And then once the culture is hollowed out, the political takeover is just a cleanup operation. Sound familiar?
Uh-huh.
The
White privilege.
theoretical foundation of the DSA's educational program and much of what an entire generation of our young people have been taught. I'm Barbara Boyd.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what's happened. Almost verbatim. There were several instances where my daughter was being taught stuff, and I went into the class in 4th and 5th grade and confronted the teacher. I'm like, what are you teaching our children? And the teacher's like, I'm like, lady, do not screw with me on this one. And I never heard anything about those particular lessons ever again.
Well, here's the thing. Like, how we heard this white privilege bullshit.
Yep.
All right, and they've sold the reparations and made slavery so terrible. And granted, it is terrible, but it hasn't existed for 150 goddamn years.
Yes.
And they're ignoring the fact that slavery is still alive and well in North Africa and the fucking Middle East.
All over the world. All over the world. I could walk you into slavery in 7 countries off the top of my head.
Yeah.
8 countries off the top of my head.
Yeah. And when you look at history, every single culture and every single country had slavery.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
Yep.
It was an economic component.
Yeah.
And another argument that I'm getting tired of hearing is, oh, you're living on stolen land. There isn't a single inch of land on this godforsaken planet that has not had blood shed over it.
Uh-huh. You're
So
absolutely
they can take that argument and
ram
fuck
it up
off.
their ass. And listen, because violence is the ultimate solution,
Mm-hmm.
and if you need more room to live, you just do violence
Yep.
to get more room to live. And
Yes.
that is the way we operate, because we're all evil, hairless monkeys.
Correct.
Some of us are just more melanin challenged than others. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I got recognized at 7-Eleven this morning.
What happened?
I go across the street to get my breakfast sandwiches and my Red Bulls and blah, blah, blah. And this one girl is in there buying stuff for her and a couple of her friends. And she's like, you have a YouTube channel because I recognize your voice. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And
That's
she's
crazy
like,
shit.
and she's literally like, you need to pay attention to him because what he says is coming true. I was like, okay.
Wow. So we've got random quiet listeners out there.
That's the second time I've been recognized at the 7-Eleven just across the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's weird.
That's crazy, Shock.
But you're literally like, again, when I said in the beginning of the show and while he was off air,
Yeah.
I basically brought up that big tech, mainstream media
Mm-hmm.
need to be removed because they're just making the problem worse. And there's no solution there. If you have big tech and mainstream media censoring and lying to us and allowing that to happen, it needs to be stopped. And the simplest way to make that happen is you say, okay, well, you're an American company in America. You're doing all this crazy shit on taxpayer funded resources, and you're punishing people for following the Constitution, which is the government's document that's supposed to govern the entire country. So our government should be like, okay, all right, that's how you want to be. Boom. You can't use any of the infrastructure paid for by U.S. tax dollars. You can build your own, and good luck with that.
It's funny that you mentioned all of this removing the Constitution and stuff like that, because DSA had a little meeting not long ago. They had their America's top leadership meeting for the National Political Committee, the DSA's governing authority. The result of the meeting was workers deserve more. The Democratic Socialists of America just adopted a radical new platform. I'm going to skip a bunch of that stuff down here and cut right to the meat. Instead, DSA leadership added 4 amendments, one on real democracy, calling for the replacement of the president and Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen by and subordinate to Congress, which means what? The Congress is going to be the Soviet model.
Uh-huh.
This is a straight up Soviet model. This is 1917 to 1939 Russia, which means Bolsheviks for everybody.
Bolsheviks. Drink.
Jimmy, your hand was hovering over that button, wasn't it, Jimmy?
It always is.
Hang on a minute. All right. So they always fall back on the workers getting robbed by the by the people who own the companies and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do the people at the top make a profit? Yes, they do. And it is vital that they do. And I'm going to explain to you why. Say you are getting paid $20 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You produce widgets, and widgets are selling for $60 an hour. And you're like, well, I should get that $60 because I build said widget.
Their big key phrase is my fair share.
My fair share, correct. They hide it behind this thing of being fair. Now you have to take into account they have to build the building, buy the equipment. Somebody's got to take out those loans.
Lights got to be kept on.
Has to service those loans. People take risks.
You want working shitters.
Yeah. Risks equal reward.
Yes.
And yes, you're getting paid $20 an hour to build impossibility widgets, and somebody else is making $40 per impossibility widgets, except that $40 gets whittled down by the expenses and all the shit needed to build said factory to produce impossibility widgets. So you cut that out, then all that's left is the government building said factories and then paying you whatever the fuck they want, and you never find out what its value is or what's making what. That's why Russia fucking folded after 40 some odd years after the end of World War II.
Yeah.
And everyone got a job. It's like Cuba. Everyone in Cuba had a job, but they're still starving.
Yes. Because there's nothing to pay them. There's nothing to pay them with and nothing to feed them.
Yes. In Venezuela, the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, okay. They had a lot of money from oil. But what they don't talk about is they stole all of that infrastructure from U.S. companies and they milked it fucking dry.
No. They nationalized it. That's not stealing.
Whatever you want to call it, I call it stealing.
It's stealing.
Now, in my opinion, those companies that built that infrastructure, as soon as they started going, hey, this has been nationalized, it's not yours anymore, I would have demoed everything and said, fine, rebuild it from fucking scratch. Fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, that is why this shit fucking fails.
Mrs. Battle Dwarf and I recently watched Atlas Shrugged. It's 3 movies, each an hour and 47 minutes. I read Atlas Shrugged when I was like 14 because it was a class reading assignment.
I read it twice.
I didn't understand it then. But if you read it now, it is everything that is going on today. The corporate takeovers, the regulations, the restrictions, all of that stuff is literally everything that is going on today. I watched the movie and I'm like,
yeah,
there's some prophetic shit going on here.
And you could see it like down to the local level. Like you can't have water collection barrels outside your fucking house. All right. You can't grow your own fucking food. Like go fuck yourself.
Well, hell, in Oregon, they're floating a bill that says you can no longer
hunt or fish,
have livestock, hunt, fish, or like 2 or 3 other of the most retarded things I've ever heard in my life.
Because animals are people too.
Yeah.
It's getting harder to deal with the stupidity these days.
I have a personal theory on the Oregon thing. I think animals do have a right to life, and I think the people making these laws are taking up valuable space that innocent animals could use.
Correct.
So they need to be removed in order that the animals do not suffer.
Yeah, and listen, I'm all for workers organizing, especially if they're being fucked over hand over fist, which happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those coal mining companies fucked people over hard.
There's a song called The Coal Miner's Prayer.
Correct.
That talks about the unionization in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. There was,
and Kentucky.
Yeah. There was miniature fucking wars taking place between the coal mine goons and local population.
Yes.
Where hundreds of people were wounded, dozens of people were killed. This fucking actually happened. And the government had to swoop in and go, hey, wait a minute, this is fucking getting out of control.
And every time those happened, the communists were there pushing this stuff. And that's where a lot of it got its grip.
It is.
Let's get back to this here because Pop is going down the rabbit hole.
I am going down a rabbit hole, but I'm just saying.
It's a good rabbit hole, which is why we continued.
All right, drive on. All right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. To accomplish that goal, DSA calls for sweeping political and economic changes, including full public financing for campaigns and the abolition of the Electoral College because they want one man, one vote, which is democracy, which is basically communism waiting to happen. It's the lobby to communism.
It's chaos.
Yeah. Alongside the establishment of public ownership of the largest corporations and essential industries to ensure democratic control and accountability and strict regulations on investment properties. It would also defund the Department of War, close overseas bases, and end all economic sanctions, which would include those in states like Iran, Cuba, and Russia. Oh, what a coincidence. The platform further endorses universal amnesty for illegal immigrants and ending restrictions on marriage, which would presumably entail the legalization of polygamy. It goes on and on and on. And there's like 100 links to this episode, by the way. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
Okay. And these people are very serious. We need to start taking them seriously because they're bad news.
Hang on. We have no choice but to start taking them serious now.
Yes.
Because they have
given us no choice.
Hold in New York City, and they have fucking all of California.
Yes.
We need to take this fucking serious because this is really fucking happening. Yep. People are going to get fucked up.
Yes. Now, I want to show you something that I'm not going to really particularly use tonight, but it exists. And it's there for you viewers because I know every once in a while you love it when I do this shit. This is the whole timeline Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
The DSA history
zoom
timeline.
in.
What'd you say?
All right. No, that's good right there. Yeah.
There we go. This is the whole DSA history timeline, okay? Everything that happened. Here's the modern DSA was founded in 1982, okay, in Detroit. Thanks for that.
Nice.
Guy named Michael Harrington, Barbara Ehrenbach, and Cornell West. Oh, that name is familiar. Gosh. Pre-1982, there were two converging lineages there, the NAM organization and the DSOC lineage, okay? Here's the thing, kiddies.
Holy shit.
Boop.
Again, if you want the slide, email us. We'll send it to you.
Yeah. And this covers all the way through. I'm going to come back out here to the DSA history timeline and walk you through kind of quickly here, because this is how I did all of the research. I based it off of this timeline. 95, where we stand. 1998, Kurt Stan convicted of espionage for USSR East Germany. One of their members was a spy for fucking East Germany. Maria Svart hired as national director. All these names mean something in context when you do all of the research that I've already done for this whole fucking episode. But this gives you all of the starting points. And here you can see in 2013, Kshama Swant elected to city council in Seattle. She's an Indian communist. Socialist alternative. No, she's a fucking straight up communist. The Left Caucus formed internally right after she was elected. DSA backs Bernie Sanders' presidential run. He's a fucking failed pornographer, is all Bernie Sanders is. Guy's never worked a day in his life. Guy was thrown out of a hippie commune for being too lazy. How miserable do you have to be thrown out of a hippie commune for being too lazy?
Wow.
Okay. Membership surges following Sanders' campaign and Trump election. DSA withdraws from the Socialist International membership. International. And I've talked about that before. It's the Communist International. It's the fourth Communist International. That's what they're in the middle of right now. Lee Carter elected to the Virginia House of Delegates. He's a straight up communist. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the bartender from hell with the socialist titties, defeats Joe Crowley. Sure she did. If you look at this timeline, these people that pick off seats, Rashida Tlaib in Detroit, Julie Salazar in New York, 6 members of DSA-backed socialist slate elected to the Chicago City Council. These are not coincidences. The country didn't suddenly go, let's vote socialist. They figured out how to overthrow these elections because that's what socialists do, okay? That's what they do. Jamal Bowman and Cory Bush elected to the U.S. House. 5-member DSA slate elected to the New York legislature. India Walton wins Buffalo Democratic mayoral primary. She's a fucking communist. She lost that election somehow. Tiffany Caban and Alexa Aviles elected to New York City Council. More socialists. 2021 DSA National Convention. 2022 membership reported near 92,000 to 95,000. Over 120 DSA endorsed office holders nationally. Okay, that doesn't sound like a lot, 120, but it is, because they start to have a real serious influence on things. 2023 DSA becomes associate member of the Sao Paulo Forum, which is a big fucking communist organization, as it turns out. October 7 Hamas attack in Gaza triggers internal DSA debate and membership departures. This is where a lot of Jews who were part of the Communist Party went, we probably need to make a choice here. 2024, Jamal Bowman loses Democratic primary. Cory Bush loses Democratic primary. National DSA withdraws endorsement of Cortez over Israel-related vote. And we are now here when Zoran Mamdani wins New York Democratic primary and then eventually wins as mayor.
Here's another thing. All right. We already know Israel has been doing a lot of influence here in the country, in the United States. This is going to end Israel if they are successful in turning even a portion of this country communist.
Yep.
Because Israel will lose its funding because we won't be able to afford it, and that'll get cut first. And they will be fucking slam fucked by all of the people surrounding them.
Well, now, in my opinion,
hang on a minute. And There's all kinds of these progressive, liberal fucking idiots who are Jewish, and they are directly cutting the throat of Israel. And I don't know if they know it or they don't know it, but that is what's going to fucking happen.
There are factions of the Jewish population that in various degrees do not believe that Israel should be a state. That is a fact. It's true.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So this starts in 1897, like I said, with the Social Democracy of America, founded in Chicago from remnants of the American Railway Union. There you go. That's what I was talking about. And it's under a man named Eugene Debs. If you want to research the socialist movement in America, you must first research Eugene Debs. I'm not going to go into him at length tonight because we have a ton of shit to cover. But Eugene Debs is your man. This is on the map. The map will be accessible. Just send me an email. I would be happy to send you a copy.
Okay.
But meanwhile, I mean, this is all of these socialists getting elected, and everybody thinks this shit is okay for some reason. It doesn't make
I mean, I think the choices of the future are going to be communism, or if you want to call it socialism of the Democrat Party, or nationalism in the Republican Party. I mean, that is where we're headed. Those are the two populist directions. But let's look at what these DSA candidates stand for. So let's look at what their platform is. Mm-hmm. They actually say they want to abolish the Senate.
Yep.
They want to abolish the carceral state. That means basically police forces and prisons. They want to abolish ICE and grant amnesty for all. They do not support any deportations whatsoever. They want to replace the president and Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary that is chosen by and subordinate to Congress, which basically now I guess this means this House. And with respect to House elections, they want to abolish the Electoral College. They want to replace the two-party system with a multi-party democracy. And they want to expand the House of Representatives, implement proportionate representation, and ranked choice voting in all elections. So this would be a total makeover of our constitutional system. They want a free Palestine. They want public ownership of major corporations. They want to defund the Department of War. This is a very radical organization. And you would laugh at a lot of these types of proposals, but you can't really laugh at it anymore because these guys are taking over the Democratic Party. And
let's stop it right there for a second. He's right. These guys are taking over the Democrat Party. Yep. This was their goal all along. I've been saying this for about a year now. The Democrat Party is dead, has been replaced by the American Bolshevik Party. The American Bolshevik Party is cannibalizing. Let's throw the third one in there, Bolshevik.
All right. Well, he has been summoned.
Bolsheviks.
No, don't say it.
Bolsheviks.
No, please stop.
Bolsheviks.
It's showtime. Bolsheviks, baby. Everyone drink.
Yeah. And their goal is to become the only party. They will have several parties that are all the same party wearing different dresses. Because for some reason they
Republicans and rhinos.
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah.
That's already happening to a degree.
Yeah, it's totally not like a representative from my state, Don Bacon, just called someone an IQ level with a dildo because he interfered or he disagreed with the SCOTUS thing, even though he provided not Don Bacon. Don Bacon, fuck him. He's a fucking douchebag.
All right.
Well,
I'm
let's remain calm. Let's not have repeat.
North Korea, for example, has 9 major political regions within the country itself. Each one of those ostensibly has its own political party, but for some reason, every year they come together and they.
Sorry.
You done?
Yeah. Sorry.
You done?
Yeah.
Unfuck yourself.
I'm sorry.
He's allergic to communism, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel you there. They all vote for those people that are appointed by the Communist Party. and they all unanimously vote for whatever member of the Kim family is in power at the moment, Kim Jong-un at the moment. But to the public, it is presented as these 9 parties that have disagreements and vote on different things and want different stuff. And that's not how it works at the end of the day. But because of the situation that the woman described earlier, the 1958 video that I showed, 1958, 1959, people are so tunneled out. They're so hollowed out that they just believe whatever they're told and just go along with it. They're terrified to fight it, and they don't know that they can fight it. They don't have any idea that they can fight back against this stuff.
Dude, I'm getting so mad.
Yeah, this is a mad show. There's a lot of mad that goes on here.
Oh,
so oops, I hit the stop sharing button. You know why? So I'm an idiot.
Yeah, things happen.
It's okay, man.
Yeah,
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I know. We're going to share this one instead. She looks fun.
Oh, no, just kidding. Charlottesville. No shopping, no work, no school. This Friday, let's get into it. On May 1st, we're striking to protest the fascist Trump regime and the billionaires he props up. We're calling on everyone in Charlottesville, students, workers, retirees, to participate in an economic boycott and a labor strike to show Trump that we have the power, not him. We're here to shut it down. So what are our demands? Simple. Abolish ICE, tax the rich, stop the forever wars, invest in people and not profit. Invest in our healthcare, our education, and housing. So, join us. Friday, May 1st, 12 p.m. at the Free Speech Wall in the downtown mall. We're going to walk all the way over to here in Washington Park. We'll be here.
Wait. First of all, she is representative of all of these socialists that I have seen. Fat, entitled, lazy female. She is like the perfect epitome of that.
So
and
she's a
May Day solidarity celebration, which is just blatant communism.
So I think I just came up with a pop. She's a flick. Fat, lazy. What was the I? Brain fart there.
Entitled.
And well, that'd be an E.
Flick. You could use the word indolent. Indolent applies here.
Indolent. And of course, the C stands for con.
Sounds refreshing.
Yeah, it's really not.
It's not really not.
Yeah. And
here's the thing, okay?
Yeah.
All right. We have watched our industry shipped over fucking seas.
Yes.
If that had not happened, people would be able to work. There'd be jobs. The economy would be doing just fine.
Yep.
And that was done by the Democrats and the Republicans.
I effectively left America to join the military, where I was isolated in military communities, and we did our military thing in 1995. And I did not return to America until 2005. When I left, we still had industry to a degree. When I came back, we were purely a consumer culture. We produced nothing.
Correct.
And I was baffled. I could not figure out what the fuck had happened. To save my life, I couldn't figure out what the fuck had happened. It was, I mean, Detroit of all places. Yeah. We made everything. Detroit made all kinds of, people don't know we made like watches, we made furniture. Everybody thinks of cars and Motown.
Like, well, here's the other thing. Like where I'm at, which is just outside Detroit.
Yep.
When Mayor Coleman Young decided to do his stupid shit after the riots.
Coleman's train.
The big three moved most of their shit outside of the city limits.
Yes.
And all of the small businesses that supported them
moved to Troy.
Yeah. So
Detroit.
Where I'm at, there's all kinds of empty buildings now that used to be small to medium businesses that supported the auto industry, but all of that was sent overseas.
Yes.
And again, and then they shipped the industry overseas, and then they came up with all of these laws and regulations, what made it very difficult, if not impossible, to start your own business here.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's like it's almost impossible to start a business here.
Correct. And that's why we have so many people unemployed, and they're bitching about the economy, and they think there's something better if they go to socialism. Listen, socialism is the pussy lips of communism. Straight up.
That's a vagina I don't want any part of.
Yes. That's a stinky, nasty vagina, which has failed already and chewed up millions of people, hundreds of millions of people's lives, kind of like no-fault divorce, which is also fueled by a vagina. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting spun up here, man.
I don't like that.
It's true.
I don't like
Now I know how Pop feels whenever we play the cyst barn video. I'm disgusted, and I hate
Yeah.
You bet.
So just a couple of weeks ago, this little thing happened here. Mamdami's socialist sweep in New York. Radical House candidates won the city. It doesn't feel safe to be Jewish anymore. Oh, there's a shock. Leftists who want to abolish prisons, billionaires, and U.S. aid to Israel are spearheading a nationwide hostile takeover. Their latest and most high-profile victory came Tuesday in New York, where Mamdami's team of House candidates all won. That's a piece so hot, I'm falling asleep. All won. One of the candidates, Daria Lisa Avila Chevalier. How many weird names can you pack into one name? A community organizer has refused to condemn Hamas. Another candidate, Claire Valdez, is a state assembly member, featured anti-Israeli demonstrator Mahmoud Khalil, who the Trump administration is trying to deport at her campaign launch party, so on and so forth. What's going on here, though, is you suddenly have socialists winning every seat. Well, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And we saw this during the 2020 elections. We saw this during the 2022 elections. There were areas in America where conservative candidates won every seat, but Biden won the presidency.
Uh-huh.
That's not a statistical anomaly. That's cheating.
That's straight up.
Because nobody votes for all of the conservatives in your neighborhood, but also Biden.
Yeah. And
that alone is evidence of cheating.
And I can probably, I'm no prophet or anything like that, but I can see it happening this year as well because we are in the midterms.
Yep.
Yes.
It's going to happen, people. Just prepare yourself.
I'm not going to lie. I am worried about what's coming for Michigan this year.
Well, here's the thing. This is what brings the two-way rifle range. When people lose faith in the government, the legal system, and all, it is fucking on.
Yeah.
And then you add in like the illegal aliens, which are going to get blamed for a lot of this stuff. They're fucked.
Yeah.
And like I've said so many times, this is going to turn. There's going to be a bunch of small shit in the beginning. People are going to pack up and stack up, and then it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, no one's going to be able to say, "I just want to be left alone."
No,
it's not going to happen.
They're going to ask you the famous meme quote from the movie Civil War. What kind of American are you?
Yeah.
Those are going to be the questions asked. And well, you better have the correct answer and have the correct stance about who you are as an American, because I love all Americans. If you're
What do you mean? African or European?
If you are pro-America, you are here and you love America and you hate seeing what's going on, cool. You're with me. If you're part of the invader Americans, well, best of luck to you.
Basically, the test is going to be simple. Eat this bacon sandwich and shoot that guy.
Eat this double cheeseburger with bacon and shoot this gun. If you can't do that, well,
no. Shoot this guy.
I mean, if you look at
there will be no shortage of that.
Yeah.
Like the Bosnian War,
Mhm.
a lot of that happened because the people lost faith in the government.
Yep.
And the institutions. And then the Muslims got blamed for a bunch of shit, and then it was on.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like how the internet idiots are trying to frame citizen vigilante in that same way. No, we don't. They're not hating on the Muslim people and whatnot. They're hating on the Muslim people that are rampantly doing things.
Here it is what
getting
citizen
away with it.
vigilante is and what citizen vigilante is not. Citizen Vigilante is not a movie about a white guy thrill killing Muslims. That's not what's going on. Citizen Vigilante is a manifestation of the wrath of everybody in Europe, the UK, and the US who is tired of this shit. That movie could not have been made without that wrath, without the public sentiment that we've had enough.
Yep.
That movie would not have worked without that public sentiment.
Yep. Yeah,
Correct. You couldn't have made it.
I watched it just a couple of days ago, and
Mrs. Dwarf asked to watch it last night. She asked to watch it.
Yeah, I saw it at my buddy's house over the weekend.
Yep. And what I kind of picked up from it, it was like, okay, so this is basically more of a upfront and in your face kind of Boondock Saints.
No, hang on.
Yeah, it is really.
First
That's
of all,
not a bad analogy. Yeah.
millions of people are thinking this.
Yes.
He put
That's why
a
it's
video
made.
together because all these people are thinking it, and that's why it's doing as successfully as it is.
Correct.
The next phase is you're going to have people acting on that. And,
Unfortunately.
yeah, it's unfortunate it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there was a mosque that just happened to,
I saw that in the news. It caught on
climate
fire
change
tragically. I get it.
that caught on fire.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about the mosque in Ireland, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one, it just happened to experience,
Okay, so do you know what was
climate
not
change.
reported?
No, what?
That mosque was set. That mosque spontaneously combusted shortly after the Cathedral of St. Patrick himself was burned in Ireland. They burned St. Patrick's Cathedral in Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay, every Muslim in Ireland right now is very lucky they are not dead, because Protestant or Catholic, you fuck with Patrick,
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
you're going to have a bad day. They're lucky it was one mosque. They're lucky it was one, and that was not reported. The Irish media deliberately kept that out because they knew that it would enrage the public. But the St. Patrick's Cathedral burned.
Yep.
And it's like in Japan with all of the Japanese shrines that are burning all of a sudden with the influx of Pakistanis and such.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Weird how that happens.
Import
Shrines that
people
have stood
from the third world.
literally for 1,300 years suddenly burst into flame. How odd.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Okay. And I'm just going to be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
You started again. They're attacking somebody's base culture. All right. They're going after churches, religious icons. They're going after clergy.
Yeah.
This is not going. There's gonna be another fucking crusade, and it's gonna. This has already been done in Spain.
Yes.
It's already been done in Spain. Years.
Reconquista.
Yeah. They got
Yep.
sick of the shit and ran them fucking out.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
Find and watch the movie El Cid. Worth
yeah.
your time.
Oh my god, that's a good movie.
The coordinated beer drink.
But this has been done.
Yes.
It's already happened in history. And listen,
Now
we don't
let's-
learn. It's gonna happen again.
Let's take a moment and listen to somebody who has lived in a socialist country. see what they have to say about this.
Do you love socialism as an idea for New York?
Good to give it a shot.
This is my friend Daniel, who escaped Venezuela at the age of 17. Do you know what socialism is?
Mostly.
What is it?
Helping people out rather than 100% on like improving like the economy.
In Venezuela, we started that way. Chavez came to power democratically in Venezuela.
Yes.
It's the only country that was ever destroyed by socialism democratically.
Venezuela, y'all got a lot of other problems to deal with.
The problems were caused by the socialist policies.
What happened in Venezuela isn't going to happen here.
Did you know that Venezuela was the fourth richest country in the world in the 1950s? You mentioned how economically New York is really good. My grandparents were farmers from Europe, and they immigrated to Venezuela because it was much wealthier. The government came and took over people's companies.
Some socialist policies I think is good and would benefit everybody.
Saram Mamdani himself said that his goal is to abolish property.
All of it. He's going to take everything.
We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership.
You want to live in a public housing? No. It's going to stop people from renting apartments because they're not going to be able to profit. There are going to be fewer apartments for rent, and then we're going to have less opportunities to actually live.
Why don't you move out of New York?
I already did, actually.
Oh, then awesome. Why do you care?
Well, I already moved out of my country, too. You think people should just keep moving out as socialists destroy their countries and their
I mean,
cities?
if you don't like the policies that the government's empowering you, then yeah.
And there it is again.
There it is
What's
again.
the common factor there? A young woman with an education. Sorry.
It's not an education, it's an indoctrination.
I'm sorry. A young woman with a credential.
Correct. Okay. I'll give you that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Her thinking meat has been more fucked up by the education system, in quotations, more than your thinking meat has been popping. You've been blown up twice.
Yep.
Okay, hang on. Let's just be honest. All right. I have probably a good 20 or 30 severe concussions from jumping.
Mm-hmm.
I fought professionally for about 10 years, so I don't know how many concussions I had doing that. All right. Door kicking charges, couple hundred. I fired the Carl Gustav and the 90 millimeter recoilless rifle dozens, if not hundreds of times. And what that is, it's a metal tube with a missile in it. And you hit the button and it explodes right by your head, and you're basically saved by the little thin thing of steel or Kevlar, and it's powerful enough to throw a missile 2,000 to 3,000 yards.
Yep.
Then I got blown up, which was fucking really crazy. Suffered a stroke from that. I mean, yeah, my thinking meat has been fucking decimated, and I think I do pretty good for being almost 60.
Well, you still don't reach the levels of stupidity of these females.
Well, it's not
who all
stupidity.
have degrees.
It's mental weakness.
Yes,
I'm sure she's very intelligent.
Sure, she
is mentally weak, and like the dudes that I used to play D&D with, I tell them that, and they're like, "What are you talking about? I'm not mentally weak." I'm like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?
You're mentally weak."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a bunch of those dudes. Dave, some of the others.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You're mentally weak.
They are mentally weak.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow I have to tell you horror stories of that psychologist that I talked to earlier. He pissed me off and I started interrogating him, and he did not like being interrogated at all. Like actually interrogating him.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to understand how mad he was.
I was mad.
I called him at like 6:10. He's like, "There's not about to be a show tonight. I'm so fucking mad. I gotta eat. I'll call you after." I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I had a run-in with a VA psychologist.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh no.
Well, first of all,
he did not like being interrogated.
That's socialized medicine, and you're really hard pressed to get any good care there. You have to really piss people off.
Yep.
Like I went in there to see the sleep doctor because I haven't had a good night's sleep in 22 years. Appointment's at 1:00. I show up at 12:40. Sign in. I'm in the computer. 1:00 comes and goes. All the way to about 2:15. I do not like to be on the road at 3:00 because of rush hour traffic and crazy stuff. It fucks with me hard.
I don't like to be on the road at all.
So I go up to the fucking desk and I'm like, "I'm leaving." And can you? Who do I make a formal complaint with? Because that's what's going to happen here. And that's what I did. And lo and behold, that spot was at 5:45. This is after the VA's closed.
Yeah.
They call me on the phone, and I'm good to go. So,
I mean, you said socialized healthcare there, Pop. Canada has socialized healthcare, and the best they can do
is kill you.
They'll just kill you.
Yeah. They literally will just kill you.
Yeah, Canada is actually
literally,
forcibly putting people to the fucking sword now.
Yes.
Because, it's mercy and stuff. You know who else did that? The Nazis, the USSR. China has concentration camps full of minorities and Uyghur Muslims.
For organ harvesting.
They're also harvesting them for their fucking organs.
They're not just killing people, they're disassembling people for parts.
And selling them for profit.
And one little fact that a lot of people don't know about history is we know that the human body is 70% water. You know who you can ask about that and how we figured that out?
Huh.
The Japanese.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What
was that?
Yeah,
Unit
they were
582.
really fuckholes.
Yeah.
Unit 582 or something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but it's something like that. Anyway, let's go on to this one here that Elon Musk himself posted. Because Elon has gotten a real case of the ass for this, and I kind of like him just for that. I know he's mercurial. I know he's a rich guy that just does whatever the fuck he wants. But
what happened in New York last night should terrify everyone, and here's why. New York held their Democrat primaries, but instead of electing normal Democrats, voters chose their farther left socialist candidate. These guys, all backed by Zohran Mamdani and all America hating. This one, Daria Liza, she recently converted to Islam and said she would use the American flag to wipe if she forgot a napkin. She co-founded a group at Columbia whose stated mission was the total eradication of Western civilization.
Wait, Columbia University? That sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, we discussed that during the whole origin of the deep state thing with Herbert Marcuse.
Yep.
What a coincidence. That's strange.
She's going to Congress. This one, Claire Valdez, ran on granting citizenship and voting rights to illegals using your tax dollars for trans surgeries and the elimination of private insurance. Communist in Congress. Brad also won, but he's technically Jewish, so he had to pretend not to be and do this to get elected.
What?
Say what? This chick also won a state assembly seat. She's a child of illegals. She once protested carrying a Hamas headband, and she blamed 9/11 on America's racism. Here's why this matters. Because we are watching the Democrat socialists, the communists, take over the Democrat Party. And where have we seen this before? Pre-Soviet Russia. You had the Bolshevik Communist Party and the Mensch.
She said Bolshevik drink.
Yeah.
It's catching on. It's catching on. Are we being seen?
And Vladimir Lenin controlled the Bolsheviks, and he wanted to destroy the Mensheviks or the normie Dems. The gameplay has always been go to a normie blue area, take over, and then replace the normies with radicals. Then claim that your insane minority is the majority. Create a false sense of popularity, pretend that the minority is popular, spread it around to the young people, and get them all talking about it. Lenin did this, and then purged the traditional Mensheviks and took over. Therefore, the minority on paper becomes the majority. For Lenin, the Mensheviks weren't radical enough, and for today's socialists, the Democrats aren't radical enough. Mamdani is today's Lenin. You see clips of him all over social media trying to convince you that this is the new wave, this is where we're headed, and this is fetch. He's wrong. Most people don't want America hating, ally hating, seizing your private property, taxing you out the wazoo, terror loving, gender chopping, American flag wiping candidates. They don't want communists. They want normalcy. Only 10% of New York City voted in this election. Most people stayed home. They don't care. But guess what? Apathy elects crazies. Today it's Congress people. Tomorrow it's the Nazi tattoo guy for Senate. And then next year it's AOC for president. And then communists are in charge. Guys, it is time to be more aware of your local elections before it ends up eating you and the entire nation. It got.
Hey, I got a little text from Sergeant Meyer here.
What did I fucking say? Okay, what Sergeant Meyer? What's Pete got?
Canada's ER crisis is now measured in days. 1.5 million Canadians spent 14 plus hours in the ER. 180,000 waited 2 days or longer for after admission. Doctors estimated prolonged ER waits have contributed to 2,000 plus preventable deaths.
That's what happens when you nationalize medical care.
Absolutely correct. And guess what? Private medical care is based off of profit and greed. But it was efficient because they want your fucking money. And it wasn't as expensive as it is now, because now they're like, oh, everyone's got to have medical insurance. I'll bill you and the government will pay it.
Yep.
That needs to fucking stop as well.
Yes.
And here's another thing. If you are suffering from double-fisted Tourette's of the fucking elbow and you are 500 fucking pounds and you smoke 2 packs of fucking cigarettes a day, why do we have to spend millions of fucking dollars to keep your sorry ass alive because you have no fucking self-control? Fuck you. All right. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah, I have the same mentality for all the quote unquote homeless drug users and whatnot.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right.
Narcan should be $15,000 a dose. If you overdose and they use Narcan to bring you back, $15,000 minimum off the bat. If you are accidentally exposed or you didn't know, different story. But I am sick and tired of seeing the free needles and safe injection ports and the fucking vending machines with clean needles and fucking Narcan being paid for by my dollars, so that these fucking junkies can go along the streets and whatnot and probably get high off their fucking mind and then probably kill someone.
Hang on. And China handled this with the opium wars. They had so many of their citizens just wasting away on opium. They literally started whacking people left and right, and it went away. Imagine that.
If you want to be a homeless degenerate that just does nothing but does things to get your drugs, I don't care about you.
That's right. All right, move along. We don't want to get too fucking in the weeds.
Too fucking in the weeds. This next video is from I believe 1920. Not everybody is going to like it. I don't care. It is historical fact. I vetted this one specifically 3 or 4 times because I know that people aren't particularly going to like it in some cases, but my fuck meter is buried at 0 and slightly below at this point. This is heavily vetted. This is reality.
Now, what they're doing a comparison, Zionism versus
just Winston Churchill and others.
All right. So did Winston Churchill actually talk about this?
Yes.
Okay. Look, if this is
that's the part this is what I vetted. Okay. This is something that was said in that time.
Sir Winston Churchill, writing in the Illustrated Sunday Herald of February 8th, 1920, sums up the Jewish creation of communism. There is no need to exaggerate the part played in the creation of Bolshevism and in the actual bringing about of the Russian Revolution by these international and for the most part atheistical Jews. It is certainly a very great one. With the notable exception of Lenin, the majority of the leading figures are Jews. Quoting the American Hebrew of September 8th, 1920. The Bolshevist revolution in Russia was the work of Jewish brains, of Jewish dissatisfaction, of Jewish planning, whose goal is to create a new order in the world. What was performed in so excellent a way in Russia, thanks to Jewish brains and because of Jewish dissatisfaction, and by Jewish planning, shall also become a reality all over the world.
Right, hold it off right there.
That's from the American Hebrew. That's from a Jewish newspaper.
Yes.
People aren't going to like this.
All right,
I don't care. These are things that were said in 1920. Okay,
you're absolutely correct. All right. This is, and I know people are going to get mad at me when I say this. All right. When you look at the IQs of individuals and different racial components and cultural components, the Hasidic Jews, I believe, have the highest IQ.
Nope.
Now, hang on. Could you please tell me, who do you think it is?
Carry on.
No, who do you think has the highest IQ? Because I literally got this is from Jordan Peterson. He talked about this.
Okay. It is the Northern Europeans. But anyway.
This is what I'm trying to come at here.
Here we go.
It's not a religion thing.
It's not a religion thing.
It's
I was about to clarify.
You get these people with high IQs who don't have either willpower or don't have the wisdom to go with said IQs and want to make the world a better place, and they start putting shit in place that makes this happen. That is just I could be wrong. That is my take. So
Here is what I believe happened here.
Okay.
And here's the qualifier for these two pieces from the 1920s. Okay. This was the beginnings of real communism. 1917 being the first real tragic incident of communism in October in Russia. And it is part and parcel of what I mentioned at the beginning of the show, where communism has a high price at either side.
Correct.
What they're not saying in these two pieces about particularly Bolshevik Russia, is that we do synchronized swimming too, but we haven't made those videos yet. Is that it's the money at the front end.
Yes.
It's the money. It's a particular class of these individuals that Churchill and the other voice that you heard was reading from the Hebrew Times, was reading from a Jewish newspaper. Okay. And I vetted these sources because I knew if I put these out here, I better be able to back it the fuck up.
I trust you.
Both of these are from authenticated sources, but the common factor, the real common factor, is the money. Unfortunately, in this particular case with Bolshevik Russia, it was Jewish money. We know that Lev Bronstein went to New York and got Jewish bankers to bankroll him, while the Jewish communists paved the way into Moscow for him.
And that really worked. And listen, that really worked out well for him now, didn't it?
What the similarity is today is the new breed of communists are being bankrolled and paved by the same sort of individuals. Somebody pointed out a guy named Singh from Singapore or something like that, or I forget where it was, but then the guy from China, from Shanghai, and then Soros. It's the same pattern.
All right. So
it's the same fucking pattern.
Yes, it's the same. Listen, we're
bored rich guys who think they can take over countries.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Now, when I spoke about the IQ thing earlier, I had somebody in the chat's like, "Oh, Pop believes in the IQ shit as well." I just went and I asked Grok, average IQ by race. East Asians, 105.
Okay.
Ashkenazi Jews, 113. White Europeans, 100. Hispanic Latinos, 93. African Americans, 82 to 85. And it goes up to 102.
Yeah.
So guess what? You have more IQ. You can do more shit.
That doesn't mean you have the wisdom to know what to do with it. Or
absolutely correct. That they failed their wisdom roles.
Yes.
And they fucked up the world.
Yep.
Boom.
I think that warrants one of these.
It's a D&D reference.
It is a D&D reference. Failed the wisdom check.
It happens.
Meanwhile, Lenin's speeches from the revolution. If any nation whatsoever is forcibly retained within the borders of a given state, if in spite of its expressed desires, no matter whether expressed in the press or at public meetings, this is in the decisions of parties, or in protests and uprisings against national oppression, is not accorded the right to decide the forms of its state existence by a free vote taken after the complete evacuation of the aggressive troops of the incorporating or generally of the stronger nation without the least pressure being brought to bear, such incorporation is annexation, i.e. seizure and violence. What this means in short, because that's kind of word salad, is that, well, if you use troops to take over a country, that's aggression and violence. But if we do it politically, it's cool.
And I believe they're doing something.
Which is where you got the Soviet Union.
The Russians tried something similar in Ukraine because there were a couple of provinces that were mainly Russian. And
Well, those are Russian provinces.
Well, I know, but they used that as an excuse to invade Ukraine, which is really working out well for them.
We're gonna argue about that all goddamn day.
We can argue offline with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Let everyone know what their governments have in mind. We do not want any secrets. We want a government to be always under the supervision of the public opinion of its country. Our idea of strength is different. Our idea is that the state is strong when the people are politically conscious. It is strong when the people know everything, can form an opinion of everything, and do everything consciously. Translation, we'll tell you what to think, citizen.
What to say and think.
Yep.
Yep.
And those are excerpts from Lenin's speeches. They should sound familiar today because they're almost verbatim what Mamdani and the other communists are saying.
Here's another thing. If I recall, during the beginnings of the Soviet Union, whole counties were rounded up and put to the sword or put in concentration camps.
Correct.
Whole fucking counties.
Yes.
Yeah. And they couldn't do shit about it because they were disarmed. Thus, the Democrats want to get rid of the Second Amendment and take away your guns.
Yep.
Now, this next bit, our government is doing performative theater, pretending that they're going to round up and prosecute these guys. You've got a DOJ launches grand jury probe into Marxist mogul Neville Roy Singham's funding of leftist groups. We did an article on this some time ago. It was
that grand jury stuff
years ago.
How many times we heard investigating and nothing fucking happens?
Nothing happens. No arrests ever happen.
No.
We exposed the China Entrepreneur Club, which is Neville Singh's organization that feeds directly into the Communist Party. We exposed that like 2 years ago.
Correct.
When we first started really doing this segment on Gruntspeak. And here's DOJ just now coming around to this. I'm exhausted with these motherfuckers, man. I'm absolutely exhausted with these motherfuckers. Nothing is going to happen.
No, hang on. Okay. If this goes into a dynamic situation.
A dynamic situation. I like dynamic.
And if the Patriots, the people who love this country, win.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is going to be revisited, except there's not going to be a grand jury. They'll get a tribunal, a military tribunal from the forces that be.
Yes.
And listen, I'm not trying to conflate anything. I'm just telling you historically what fucking happens.
Yeah.
Because after the American Civil War, there was a whole bunch of people that got fucking perished.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely.
Like the guys at the top pretty much got a pass because there was so much visibility on them. But there's like the upper middle management and middle management. Those guys got fucking wrecked.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Correct. Now, I want to share one more firsthand account of communism. I need people to understand really what this is. I could do a whole show on what I experienced interviewing North Korean defectors on what real serious brutality communism looks like. But we're not there quite yet, but we are here.
In front of him. And he said these words and they haunt me till my dying days. He went, Francis, he died like a fish. During the Cuban Revolution, they were deeply homophobic. They killed gay people. They literally put them up against the wall and shot them.
Yeah.
And then you have people prancing about, some of whom would identify, I'm sure, as pan or queer or whatever else, with Che Guevara t-shirts. He was like, Ernesto Che Guevara would have you killed. But they just don't seem to understand this.
Reminds me of Queers for Palestine. It's a similar thing.
Yeah, but the reality is because we don't teach people. We don't teach people about communism. The only reason that I know about communism is I'm half Venezuelan. I saw my country go through communism. I saw it go from a liberal Western democracy to 99. Chavez was elected. And then he, along with Cuba, took Venezuela from a Western liberal democracy and turned it into a communist state. I saw it happen. I saw how it happened. I saw all of these things come in. I saw freedom of speech being destroyed. I saw family members being imprisoned. I saw family members who were journalists literally flee for their lives. I saw what they're known as colectivos. They're essentially Chavez's goons and thugs. People who were going to protesting the government. The collectivos would arrive on motorbikes and literally fire into a crowd indiscriminately with guns. My friends told me this story. He said that he went to one of these protests. This was about 10, 12 years ago. And he says that the collectivos started shooting during the protest. And there was a kid in front of him who was 17 years old. And he got his voice box blown out. And he collapsed in front of him. And he said these words, and they haunt me till my dying days. He went, "Francis, he died like a fish."
Jesus Christ. Well, that's communism.
That's communism. Because when you have this utopia and you have to get there, then what are you going to do to people who protest, who push back, who say, well, this is wrong? Well, but we have to get to utopia. And if you're stopping us from getting to the promised land, so what are we going to do?
For more.
Yep. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah. It's not funny. We're there. This is really where we are. I expect this summer that we are going to see some incidents like this. I expect we're going to see some violence that Americans are not used to.
Yes.
I don't want it. I do not condone it. I wish it did not happen. But I think we're about to see some shit. I honest to God do.
Yep.
With that cheerful note, Jimmy, do that thing.
Well, things were pretty heavy tonight, but Billy Von Baum has blessed us with his special work.
Oh, dear.
Pop, you always keep saying...
Hold on a minute. Hold a minute. I didn't do this was such an intense show, I didn't do the talk.
Oh, you didn't do it.
Do it.
All right. So we mainly do this to save lives. All right. We save men from self-deletion using logic, reason, truth, and comedy. And we've been doing it since 2008. We're up to 598 lives saved, and we have another 2 more that we're going to read into the record either this Thursday or the next time Blake is on the show.
Oh.
We survive on donations. We don't get crap for advertising or any of the bullshit. We have been severely limited. We were demonetized for about just shy of 2 months, and we surrendered about $1,200 to YouTube because of that. Every little bit helps. So please, moving forward, thank you in advance. Every little bit helps. Let's keep going. Thank you.
Yeah. But Popster, you said you weren't kind of the dancing man.
Oh God.
Well, because you're kind of white and whatnot. Well, that's okay. I am too.
He's about to get Billy Von bombed.
But nah. I think you can bust a move there, Pop.
Stop! Hammer time! You can't touch this! Hammer time!
Man, fuck off.
I don't even know what to do there. What the fuck was that?
Man, fuck you guys, man. That's fucked up. I'm not a dancer, man.
Hey, man, Billy just sends me the videos. I just play them.
I get it. I'm not mad. I get it. Everyone gets fucked with. I understand.
Everybody gets fucked with.
Oh,
Let's see here. We got to jump over here. Starting on the YouTube side of things.
All right.
Got 395 concurrent viewers and 263 likes.
Okay.
Not a bad ratio. Not bad. But first one comes from Ken J at 1090 with $50. Bolsheviks. Drink of choice for the evening is Woodford Reserved Double Oak.
Ooh, that's a good one. I know that one. That's a good one.
That does sound good. And well, with that $50 donation, you get one of these.
Thanks for your continued support.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you. Yeah, Flying Falcon 89.99 dropping 5. That's a new name. I haven't seen you there. Good to see you here, sir. Says a couple more that stayed on this side of the dirt is something worth drinking to.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Right. Stay 6 feet above the dirt, gentlemen. That's all we ask of you. Fan I Am dropping 5 says, I sent an Insta clip to Redonkulas 12 of a guy imitating gun sounds with his mouth. See if it gets Pop and Dwarf's approval.
Huh.
Why are you watching a guy's mouth?
Yeah.
Borderline, man. Very borderline.
You're tiptoeing the line there, bro. Tiptoeing
there,
the
man.
line. All right, we got LRS 3425 dropping $9.99 says, did they fail the wisdom test, or was it by design to achieve globalism?
To be honest with you, I don't think they were going for globalism back in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
No, that was not the goal. There is zero
It is
evidence
now.
that was the goal.
It is now, but I don't think it was
correct.
back then.
Yeah, they just wanted to make their own countries prosper, but they did it in the wrong way.
It was a very Eurocentric thing at the time. It was a very Eurocentric thing.
And anyone who looks you in the face and says we need to be more civilized like Europe, they can go fuck themselves, because Europe has not known peace in any fucking century since forever.
If someone were to come up to me and say, hey, we need to be more civilized like Europe, be like, okay, so we need to have mass rapé gangs going on. We need to have mass stabbings going on. We need to have the Islamic prayer being blasted at full volume 6 to 7 times a day. Yeah, sounds great.
Let's take it back to 58 BC and just go full tribal warfare.
Yeah.
Don't make me break out Julius Caesar and his notes on the Gallic War.
Oh, I'm up to
I'll
speed
do it
on that one.
I'll fucking do it.
Well, that and
do it.
Carry on.
That Vlad had the right idea.
Vlad did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Vlad did nothing wrong. Hashtag make fancy lawn ornaments great again.
That's right.
Last one on the YouTube sides comes from the Plains Warrior for $5.56 for the Redonkulas Range Day.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
One of these days we got to get that set up.
Well, I actually reloaded 50 rounds of 30-06 precision, and I'm gonna go probably go shooting this weekend.
All right.
Alrighty, rumblies in the tumblies. How we doing over there? Let me do a quick refresh. 440 folks watching over there. 145 likes.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, you guys, you really,
Why do you provoke him?
Why do you do this? Because you make me hate. You make the dwarf hate me.
Thanks.
Ha
All right, let's see here. First one comes from El Ice Dragon for $1. Says the Kids Act passed by the House is going to be the end of everything.
Yep.
And for those that are not in the know, the Kids Internet and Digital Safety Act, HR 7757, is a bipartisan legislative package passed by the U.S. House of Representatives on June 29th, designed to protect minors online through enhanced parental controls, privacy safeguards, and platform accountability.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
So
Sure
we
it
have
is.
the government stepping in to do something parents should have been doing, but they can't because of the divorce laws. All right, I get it.
Yeah. So it's basically the European model of what they've been doing.
Fuck them.
Yeah, not good. All right, we got Cliff 3188. What's up, Cliff? Good to see you there, good sir. Drop a 2 says part of the Bolshevik drink takeover is the elimination of having pride in your own family lineage.
Yes,
All
correct.
families are shamed for one distant ancestor that did something deemed offensive by modern standards.
Yes.
Now, if we were to uphold those same standards to a certain party of people, Kamala Harris would not be allowed to run for any kind of public office because her ancestors, shocker, owned slaves.
Yep.
Her grandfather owned slaves in Haiti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
68 Barracuda dropping $1 says, weren't you fuckers just complaining about snowstorms? Now you're complaining about heat. What the fuck? Are you going through menopause?
It's menopause. Get it right.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
It's really more of a lack of circulation. I just don't like sweating a lot. My favorite temperature is 28 degrees. I will wear a t-shirt in 28 degrees.
I've seen them do it. It's weird.
Yeah.
See, and I'm kind of the opposite. It's easier for me to cool down than it is to warm up. But then again, I'm a fucking string bean and whatnot. So
I'm a dwarf.
But I do enjoy going out and ice fishing every now and then.
Yeah.
But you're correct about the cooling down thing.
Yep. Got Tomahawk dropping 5 says, so the SCOTUS killed the country today. That's what we get for having women in power.
Yep.
I can't disagree with that statement.
Can't disagree.
Yeah. I have certain thoughts and ways of correcting this country, but a lot of people are not going to like it.
All right.
That's sad. That's sad. Anyway, carry on.
Go on.
68 Barracuda dropping $1 says, I have a 25-year-old UPS APC RS 1500. Still works great. I only have to replace the batteries every few years or so. It's not a true sin wave, but that's okay.
All right.
I got a pretty generic UPS because we were having power outages here before I got a generator put on the house. And I'm afraid that it may have served its term.
Yeah, the batteries probably are done.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to play some taps in 21 for that.
Pretty much.
Equipment.
Pretty much. It's a wrap.
Yeah, taps in 1995.
There you go. All right, Rek Lothed dropping 5 says, a friend from Russia once said, state pretended to pay us. We pretended to work.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
That's a true statement.
Yep.
Tomahawk dropping 5 says, so apparently the U.S. military is going to merge with the Israeli military. Isn't that treason?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not really.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's treason.
It is treason, but there's not going to be a merge.
Yeah. After the bullshit going on over in that part of the world. And
here's the thing. Okay. They're already having a hard time meeting recruitment goals. They made their recruitment goals the past couple of years because they had a backlog of people that they couldn't take because they needed waivers. Now, what do you think is going to happen if you want to have a volunteer military that you treat like guinea pigs and you force them to be members of another fucking military? It's not going to fucking work.
Yeah,
that's fair.
They're going to have to go. It's already going to happen. They're going to go to the draft system. And when that happens, all of these young men out there who are non-participators are really going to fucking freak out. And it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
And my biggest question is, what are the Israeli commanders going to do to the known Christian soldiers?
Yeah.
Because,
it's a problem. It's a problem.
It's a problem. 68 Barracuda says, Dwarf, you really need to get an EM Burlingame on the show, as well as Promethean Action Folks and Alex Craner and Tom Luagano.
I think I can get EM Burlingame on the show. He's another Green Beret. I talk to him from time to time, and I am connected with him. We're trying to get Michael Yon on the show. We had to wait until July, which is tomorrow, because he's got a bunch of stuff and he's got a baby on the way. But he is basically Colonel Kurtz. And the guy spent a year and a half hunting cannibals in India, and we thought that would make for a really good show.
Fuck yeah.
So we're going to try to get Michael Yon and his cannibal hunting exploits on the show.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Ian Burlingame, I know him, and we will try to get him on the show as well. We just need an appropriate topic that we agree on.
There you go. Barracuda coming back says, my fair share. That's fuckery that teaches unions to push. The teachers' unions need to be eliminated. Then they can quit at any time to find a better job. Hashtag learn to code. Or even better yet, hashtag learn to weld.
Well, first of all, the
Welding's a
amount
good
of
trade.
hoops you got to jump through to be a fucking teacher is fucking ludicrous.
Mhm.
All right, I have a 4-year goddamn degree. I could fucking teach high schoolers and below, but they won't do that because I got to jump through the hoops. I get a certification. I got to play all the fucking stupid games. That's why we don't have enough teachers. There's probably all kinds of dudes that are long in the tooth, who've been around, have a bachelor's degree. All they got to do is show up and go, I'll fucking teach that. Maybe they got to take 1 or 2 classes to get up to speed on the subject they're going to teach, but it's not that fucking difficult.
I could teach English, history, and 2 other languages easily at the high school level.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Without even batting an eyelash.
But you guys are straight white males, and we just can't have straight white
That's
males.
correct.
That's right. And we need to have more of that, to be honest with you.
And I would actually teach the subject. I wouldn't try to indoctrinate, which is why they won't allow me to teach.
And here's another thing. You know, with the way our youth are today, look, if I'm teaching high school and 2 dudes want to have a fight, I'll be like, okay, well, go out in the fucking hallway and duke it out. You fight in the classroom and you even threaten me or put your hands on me, you're fucking going to the hospital. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Pop is gonna do what he did at the as an NCO. He's gonna bring out the boxing gloves and be like, you guys got beef, handle it and solve it in this moment.
And shut the fuck up and sit down.
And if you don't, I'm gonna get involved in, and you don't want me to get involved.
I'm too old for that right now.
Everybody's gonna get fucked up.
I could do that in my 40s.
Funny sidebar, I was a candidate for the director of the library here in our county last year. And a lot of people were in on the idea because my love of books is well known.
And history.
But I did not qualify because I did not meet state requirements. You have to be certified in librarian, which means you have to be a Marxist. So
yeah,
shocker.
They hacked the children's arms off, left them in a pile. It was genius.
Barracuda coming back for another $1 says, I was pushing for bringing back industry in my campaign. I lost the entire district hard. California's lost. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Let's see. MX Stilgar, aka Jerry Conway. Good to see you here. Jerry says, Shalom, brothers. Our Savior Yeshua Messiah said 2,000 years ago, but when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its desolation is near. That is in Luke 21:20. Look it up.
A little more than 2,000 years ago, but yeah.
Listen, man. I don't really put a lot of faith in those ancient prophecies. That's just me.
I'm with you on that.
Come on, man. The Mayan apocalypse happened.
Yeah, okay.
You weren't there for the end of the world in 2012?
Yeah, I think I was there. Yeah, okay. I was there.
Yeah.
The world ended horribly, and then I'm in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the world.
And then I think we did a show. The world ended. I think we did a show that night.
Yep.
I think you're right. Yeah.
60 Barracuda coming back in says, I don't care if the illegal aliens will be fucked. They will get everything they deserve in a civil war.
Listen, yeah, I'm fucking sick of it. So like the rest of the fucking country, except for the liberal fucking weirdos. They've literally siphoned trillions of fucking dollars out of our fucking blood and treasure.
Yeah.
Fuck them. You should not be able to come to this country unless you're a net positive. Meaning you don't go on welfare when you get here. You show up, you start fucking working and pay your own goddamn bills. All right.
Yep. Barracuda again says, I'm trying really hard not to argue for repealing the 19th. I'm trying and failing. Repeal the 19th Amendment already. Only those that have skin in the game, pay taxes, or an actual net benefit for this country should have the right to say, I want these people running our country.
And all men didn't get to vote. That wasn't a thing.
Yep. Yeah, if we're going to be repealing the 19th, might as well repeal the 14th as well.
Like, if you want to vote, you need to be a net positive or a veteran. Let's go Starship Troopers on this thing.
I am all for the Starship Troopers method. Skin in the game, baby.
That's right.
I'm fine with that too. Even if that means that my right, well, privilege, I should say, to vote is rescinded, fine by me. Because a lot more guys that are smarter than I am are going to be running the country. Allegedly. Let's see. We got Rec Lawfed dropping another 5 on us and says, I like the angry episodes and spun up pop because you reassure me that I'm not alone with how I think and what I see. Keep preaching truth,
All right.
pops.
A lot of us are pretty angry.
There is so much anger and hatred within me. I am literally running 3 degrees hotter than I should be. I'm like 102. They are shoveling so much coal into the furnace of fucking hatred to keep me moving forward. It is crazy. All right, next one.
As long as they're keeping the train moving and not burning the chains of evil pop that you have him.
Don't let him out of the box, man. Don't let him out of the box.
Breaking case of everything is completely fucked and you have no other options.
Yes.
That's evil pop. Broker Pie 284 drop a 2 says ER wait times in Canada are inverse to the 14 million Jeets who came to Canada since 2015 under Justin Turd.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently there's a new virus going around that's causing severe diarrhea. Well, gee, I wonder who is responsible for handling the food, their backgrounds, and well, they probably don't fucking wipe.
Of course, there is. Carry on.
Carry on. Move
Carrying on. 60 Barracuda says, no, Jimmy, and all Narcan. I agree. I spent 4 years as an EMT in San Francisco. What did Kirk say about the Klingons? Let them die. No, Steve. No, I will agree with that. I'm just saying, if a known crackhead decides to OD, it's like, well,
too bad, so sad.
All right, drive on.
Thanks for playing.
You made this choice yourself. Let's see, we got Rec Lawfed again. Another 5 says, as a Canadian, I strongly advise the U.S. keeps a very close eye on our political leadership. It is compromised and the nation is in trouble. All of our freedom is in peril.
Correct.
You're correct.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. Let's see. Barracuda come back, says, lol, Winston Churchill. Look into his involvement in the sinking of the Lusitania. He was a vile termite eating at the foundations of the U.S. 2 world wars and FDR. No.
Yeah, well, you can go back further than that and look into his mother, Jenny, who is the one who got him into politics in the first place, despite the fact that he didn't want to be. He was only a minor army officer. So, yes, sir, I have done my homework on Winston Churchill. However, those words were still said.
Yep. That correct. And after watching Forrest Gump, never trust a woman named Jenny.
Jenny.
It's a
very common name, though.
It is a common name.
Next one.
Barracuda again says, Billy Bob Bomb, synchronized Hillary Pop and Nance Dwarf kissing in the hot tub.
I'll kill you.
Shaggy with
I will kill you.
I will kill you.
Well, we've seen.
What? Good. Pop, you just forwarded me an email where I was the first person in the 2 line. So
sorry.
Yeah. Carry on.
He always bitches.
This happens all the time. Oh, it's so common. It's not funny.
He's like,
I'll get an email and the pop will
all right.
Carry on.
Rec Lawfed dropping another 5 on us. It says, you guys are well organized, know how to build, organize, and present information effectively. You should do an episode that gives tools to push back against the Bolsheviks.
Yeah.
Well, that's first of all, because I wrote a book on that.
Steve and I were non-commissioned officers in the military, and we had to brief 18 to 20-year-old fucking people who probably weren't super educated were dick thinking most of the time and not paying attention. So you have to word things and put trigger words in it to get people laughing. So they go, yeah, okay. Because once they giggle, I know they're fucking listening. So I would always give these, like I do the same thing on the whiteboards. I give these crazy fucking briefings. I use all kinds of funny terminology. So you
and there's a dick in the corner somewhere.
Yeah. Disregard the penis in the corner.
Disregard the penis. I was talking with one of my guys at Civil Affairs, who's another NCO, about a database we were working on, and this freaking E3 from the S1 walks over. We were in the smoke pit, walks over and he listens to us for a second, and he looks at us and I shit you not, simply says, "I played a video game once." And we looked at him and we looked at each other. We looked at him and we looked back at each other and just started howling with laughter. Where did you even come from? Go away, Private, before we harm you.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I used to have a whole company of civil affairs soldiers.
Oh, God.
I told a story about, the gay nastics thing.
Yeah.
My platoon sergeant. And our whole platoon would be like, whenever my platoon sergeant would get fucking worked up, his name was Dietrich, we'd all start doing this to the imaginary beat, poof, poof, poof. I had the whole civil affairs company doing that because I instinctively we're getting this op order, and I just start doing this, and then we had 100 fucking dudes all just going poof, poof, poof. And the guy stops giving the op order. He goes, "What's going on here? Is this a hive mind thing?" And I look around, I'm like, "Oh shit."
I'm rubbing off on the men.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, keep going. Sorry.
All right, we got Zima Duvon dropping 5, says, "Do you think Trump is going after Venezuela is a way to stop the funding for all this stuff?"
Actually, what he's trying to do is turn the entire continent of all of the Americas, into an oil-producing freedom machine. I would love to see that because I'm fucking sick of this bullshit.
Yep. And to those not in the know, oil is not a quote unquote fossil fuel.
Nope.
It is a renewable resource that is
produced by the earth.
By the earth, and the only fluid that outlasts or is higher than oil is water.
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct.
And diamonds are not a scarce resource.
Oh, they're just deep. All right, keep going.
There you go. 60 Barracuda coming back says, "Dwarf, we need a Gallic War history lesson. Do it now."
Oh, all right. I'll figure something out. Maybe when school starts. Maybe we'll do a beginning of the school year episode.
No,
I can do that.
Excellent.
Well, to stop the happy times here for you, Pop, Alucard is dropping 2. And, well, prepare to take your headphones off.
Sis Barn, we don't milk cows, we milk backs. Each plump beauty is hand squeezed warm and fresh straight into your glass. Creamy, clumpy, and impossible to put down. Folks can't get enough.
Pour me a tall one.
Looks like a vanilla smoothie with personality. That is silky, chunky, fantastic.
Stop, man. That shit is fucking nasty.
Silky, chunky, and fantastic.
Stop.
That's fantastic. I have to tell one more quick civil affairs story. When I was the operations NCO, we used to get reservists in the summertime. Part of my job was to give them all PT tests, and we had a lieutenant who failed, who ended up having to go before the colonel, and the colonel calls me into the office with the lieutenant, looks at me and says, "Sergeant, hurt this man for me." You're dismissed. It's like, oh, my day's going to be bad.
Yeah,
it'd be bad, man. All right, 68 Barracuda dropping $1 says, "Pop 30-06. It's like 45.70, but for chicks and the limp-wristed rainbow crowd."
Come on, man.
Homo suspicion point.
30-06. Really?
30-06 was a premier military cartridge for almost 100 years.
World War One.
Yeah, and World War II.
Yep. And ironically, the only kind of government that I fully trust with my life is 4570.
Well, it is a good round.
I need to get me a 4570.
They're expensive. You get a 308.
Yeah. All right, Jerry Conway coming back says the $1 Federal Reserve note under the pyramid with one eye of Horus has since the 1930s had the banner Novus Ordo Seclorum.
Novus Ordo Seclorum.
All right. Now, first of all,
true.
All of this imagery has been around for thousands of years. A lot of it gets recycled because it's cool. So, I mean, come on.
I mean, that is true.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing is, he ends that with says, "Can't wait for Jimmy to read that." Hey man, I've been doing the Hooked on Phonics, and it's been helping me out.
Hooked on Phonics.
Jimmy's fine.
Hooked on Phonics.
Let's see. We got Rec Lawfed coming back. Says 5. Says Pop as the substitute teacher.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's a video.
That could be a sub. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Phrasing. Let's see. We got Metal J. Drop a 2 says, when do you think someone like a short mustache man gets back in power in Europe, or someone like
How many times have I said this on the show? Do you want Adolf? Because this is how you get Adolf.
Yeah.
How many times have I fucking said this?
This is where we're going, man.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, a lot of people are saying, you know what? I'm kind of sick and tired of things going the way they are going, so I'm going to vote for the guy with the tiny mustache.
That might just happen, unfortunately. Listen, I don't want to see a bunch of people get fucking whacked, man.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't
Yeah.
either. But, well,
Neither do I, but you keep fucking pushing.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
keep pushing.
all right, Rick Loffa dropping another 5 says, Battle Dwarf. Commies regulate things in order to gatekeep who will toe the party lines.
Correct.
Like libraries.
Exactly. You are here.
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy? He was all fed up about something. He's like, fuck it. I want Adolf back. Hi, Hitler.
And here's another thing. Even if, for whatever reason, Hitler got whacked during World War I. Say an artillery shell landed too close and killed him. And there was a lot of close calls when you read about his experience in World War I.
Yep.
Even if he got fucking whacked, there would have been somebody else there.
Yes.
Because that is how fucking history works.
Yes.
You think he's the only one that came up with these fucking ideas? You're out of your fucking mind.
Exactly.
All right. Next one.
Yep. Got Agent of Social Media Chaos. Hey, good to see you there, brother. Says, I will actively man-caught any company that complies with the digital ID. There are several companies that have said they will not comply with any digital ID laws, including Mozilla, Movand, and Proton.
If you really want to avoid it, install the higher level Linux programs as an operating system on your computer. There's absolutely no reason to use Windows anymore. And the only reason I have it right now is because we use it for the show, but I am going to be transferring Linux onto all of my older laptops, which you can't use anymore because fuck them. I am not a fan of tracking anything. And I'm not even buying new cars for the rest of my life. Not doing it.
As the phrase goes, suck a dick.
Yeah, there's a whole
Suck a dick.
university about that.
Yep.
Suck a dick.
Agent of Social Media Chaos coming back again says, I will support companies that refuse to comply. Yep.
Excellent.
Let's see. We got Rec Lawfed dropping 5 says, do you want to know more? There might be a part 2 to that.
There was a part 1. That is part 2.
Yep. He says, what for 5 says, what's your books on commies, Battle Dwarf?
I don't have a book on commies, but I have a book on organizing and small project management that is applicable because it is based on the operations order.
Mm.
There you go. 68 Barracuda says, monkey, no taxes, repeal the 16th.
Oh, that's a whole different thing. I could do a whole show just on that.
I forgot about that.
Quick quiz there, Battle.
Off the top of my head, I could do a whole 2-hour show on that right now.
All right, Bettledorf, 5 paragraphs of an operation order.
Situation, mission, execution, command and control, and support.
Yeah, close enough. All right, sorry.
Yeah,
I go. Metal J drop a 2 says people need to learn about history, American and European history.
Yeah.
Also, with the book burning, there was a lot of books burned about transgenders.
Correct.
It was also a Jew doctor who was doing surgeries.
That is correct. That is the only known book burning, and it's just a fact.
It turned into a political thing and propaganda thing, and it's been burned into the psyche of us forever.
Yes.
Yeah, but before the famous mustachioed man came into power in Germany, you could go to a brothel in Berlin and
get a mother and a daughter.
Yes,
that's fucked up, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not saying he was right about a lot of things, but he was right about some things.
We understand. All right, move along.
Why are you challenging my operations order knowledge?
Just
What's wrong with you?
Just fucking with
Well, fuck you.
Fuck you. Dick, man.
You're a dick,
I love
man.
the delayed anger. I love it.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. Okay, carry on.
All right, Reckloff drop another 5 says Bilderbergs, diamonds are a gal's best friend.
Yeah.
I know you guys know what I'm referencing.
Yep.
Yep. Mando jumping in here. Hey, good to see you, Mando. Says if you do a Gaelic war episode, you need to say it will be a Gaelic old time.
Gallic. It's the Celts. Gauls were the Celts. Long story. I'll do an episode.
Yeah.
Now I have to do an episode because you can't tell the difference between Gaelic and Gallic.
Well, I'm not a wordsmith or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I did.
Now I have to do a fucking episode. Carry on.
Move along.
Reckloff drop another 5 says new cars got a new machine this year sitting on a 2002 Alero and a 53 Dodge as backups.
53 Dodge.
Oh. What kind of model of Dodge? Because I am a Mopar friend.
Nice. I was overseas when my grandfather passed. He had 6 Studebakers in his yard. My cousins snapped them all up before I could get home.
Dude, that's so fucked up.
My sadness is so sad.
That's fucked up, man.
Including the 1950 pickup on the white walls with gold trim.
Oh, fuck. That'd have been a beautiful truck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Carry on.
Agent of Social Media Chaos coming again says, I am already planning to install Linux on all 5 of my PCs sometimes in the next month.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do some Linux builds myself.
Yep. Let's see. We got Zemda Devant dropped another 5 says, you guys should take donations to react to specific videos.
Fuck that. People should pay us to react to our videos.
Well, I mean, we could probably entertain that on a Thursday.
We could entertain that on a Thursday.
Yeah, not on a Tuesday.
Not on a Tuesday. That's not. Tuesday.
We're here to learn you guys something on
That's right.
Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah, without making it too boring and dry and painful.
Yeah. Tuesdays are for learning you some shit and spinning you up a little bit, but not too much, because we want to reel you back it in.
Yeah, like if you guys like from the old, it wasn't too long ago, but I used to do Pop's Prepper videos where I'd go through what's in the rucksack, what to carry in your car.
No, that got you a visit, didn't it?
Yeah, I got a knock. I got called. Yeah, but I used to do those things.
Yeah, carry on.
Carry on.
All right, let's see here. Last one on the Rumble side before the sneaky bastards come in, because I know you guys are out there, fuckers. Got Reckloff drop another 5 says, Regent gonna slam a 360 under her hood.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
That'd be a nice little motor vehicle.
Biggest car I ever had was in 1986. I had an Olds Delta 88 with the 500.
I want a
Which is-
Buick Roadmaster.
Basically an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, no.
So
I want to get my hands on a Buick Roadmaster.
yeah, there you go.
Right, like a 95 to 97. They had the Corvette engine and shit in them. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy, somebody snuck in already.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. We got Metal J here for 2. Says you guys should try to get Jake Monroe on the show.
I know
He's
who
an
he is.
English man calling out all the shit.
I know who he is. He's the British goth. Yeah. I'll see if I can land him.
All right. All we can do is ask.
That's right.
All we can do is ask.
Though I do have a couple interviews coming up. I just have them written down. I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
There you go. But before we jump over to another side of the MGTOW side of things, I gotta fucking take a piss, man.
Oh.
So you know what? I gotta play the squirrel bladder pee dance, and you know what? Let's see. Which one haven't we seen in a while? How about this one? Whew, I feel much better now.
All right.
Alrighty, let's
Only
see
two
here.
on the MGTOW side. I only see 2.
How we doing on the MGTOW side? We got 28 viewers over there, but we got Crazy Uncle here, dropping 5, says, so have you guys looked into the movie night? The movie liberal skid marks are trying to ban. It's a UK film called Citizen Vigilante. Already talked about that. From what I've seen so far, law-abiding citizen done right.
Yeah, but Law Abiding Citizen was good, but completely unbelievable.
Yep. And like I mentioned earlier, it was more like a more violent version of Boondock Saints.
Well, I mean, what you're going to see in today's day and age is you're going to see people just take their phone, leave it in their house, put on something that takes care of facial recognition, and they're going to go out and just wreak havoc, have a strong alibi, and good luck.
Yep. And just be sure
I write about this in my novels. I go through it in painful detail of how to do certain things.
Yep. Dark Mad Dog, he's dropping a buck, says, what's up, Riggers? News. I went to the center a second time. And guess what happened? The hero was dressed for the occasion. Skin-tight clothing, her bra line bursting out of her boobs, bursting out of her bra. Almost thought it was that tight. She acted like I had leprosy, staying away 2.5 meters from me, but not looking at me and ignoring me. So infallible. She is a textbook groomer, being rejected before schmecks can happen. It's pretty damn funny. I don't see her as a woman, mind you.
Yep.
Yeah, not gonna lie against that. Let's see, we have 9 over on the Old She Shad and 106 views over on the Twatosphere.
Well, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad. So, Popster, if you want to bring up the cash apps, if we got any, I'll go through the
cash apps.
let me go through the Rumble side because, of course, we got Metal J dropping 2 says you guys should try to get Jake Monroe. Oh, yep, I already read that one.
You read that one.
Yep. Let's see. We got Rec Lofted drop another 5 says my first ride when I was 20 was a 1950s Olds. Popped a 455 and caused trouble. Allegedly.
I had a 1974 Ford Granada.
Hello, mother.
Was a tank, dude. The thing was an absolute fucking tank.
Hello, father.
Full steel body.
Yep. We got Rec Lofted. He's saying Ninja Pop Smoke.
All right. Let's see what we got here on Cash App. All right, we've got Susie McCarley, $30.
Thank you very much, Snooze.
Now drink, because you know she's saying Bolshevik.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you, Suze.
And then we have Lord Black Eagle for 100.
Hey,
Bust that move, Pop. LOL. Thank you very much.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
There we go. All right. I think that's it.
That does it for the
That
cash.
does it.
Alrighty, got Tomahawk who says sneaky like a 3rd grade teacher.
Whoa. Hey, now. There's too many headlines like that. You got to be careful.
Yikes. Let's see. Mando, he says, terrible idea. Pop, Dorf, Blake, and Jimmy stuck in the back rooms. Ask Blake about the movie.
What?
He knows everything about movies.
That's true. I've never seen a guy who knows so much about movies before, honestly.
He knows his shit, man.
Yeah.
Damn right. All right. Let's see here. Where is that specific button? I really need to fucking reorganize this shit.
Do it.
Because it's all fucked.
It's all kinds of fucked up.
It's all kinds of fucked. Because Blake even thought I got rid of the thug life. Of course I wouldn't get rid of the thug life. Where's it at? What the shit, man?
What happened?
Oh, I got it. Where's that? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, it's right next to Box Mine of Catland.
Oh, here we go.
Because Alucard, you know him. It wouldn't be a stream without you
That's true.
seeing your favorite video pop.
That's true. True story.
Damn it.
Yep.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You're not going to die.
Nobody's going to die.
All right. Let's see. Last one on for the night here comes from Rec Lothed for $1. Says, commies control cars because they're soul.
Fair enough.
All righty. Let me do one more quick run through. Unlike Pops X on a Saturday night. Let's see. YouTube is all caught up here. And Rumble is all caught up. And MGTOW is all caught up as well. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. But first, we need the final words from the man in his lair.
It's not funny anymore. I have been making Bolshevik jokes for years, but we are now faced with the real thing.
Yep.
These people will, when they get the opportunity, start killing. So get involved in active politics in your community. I don't know how to be more serious about this. This is the real deal. We are now looking at the real thing. And if you don't want your children to be fighting shooty wars, now is the time to act.
Yep.
God, I hate that I have to say that.
Yeah, I don't.
There you go.
There you go. But Popster, you know what time it is.
All right, everybody. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. It's not going to work out for you. If you absolutely must fornicate, wear a condom, take it with you, and flush it down the toilet. Why don't you go all the way down? Why? Women are sneaky bitches, and child support does last 18 to 21 years. Rack up, pack up, and stack up. There's safety in numbers, and maintain your situational awareness, because if you're going to be attacked, something in the environment will have changed, and that's up to you to see it. Now, last but not least, I'm sick and tired of throwing you sons of bitches into the dirt because you're taking a permanent solution to a temporary problem. You need to play the long game. You have no idea what the future holds for you, and it could literally change on a dime. So you need to stay in the fight. And if everything else fails, just live out of motherfucking spite. And remember, Uncle Pop is here cheering for you, for all of your victories, even the ones you can never tell anyone about. Boom, beer me.
There you go. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the way that things are going, well, it's best to have some kind of uniform to let others know who you are and what you stand for. And again, I've said this multiple times. I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. Oh, we got to get rid of the Hitler PNG there first. God damn it, dwarf. Get over to the merch store so that, if/when the two-way rifle range does kick off, we can identify you as someone of the regiment. And
so what you're saying is this is Redonkulas IFF.
Yes.
Yes. And again, it doesn't matter what kind it is. Just get you something so that you are identifiable as a friendly, and we will bring you into the compound, and we'll probably give you a beer.
Now I want to have somebody develop an IR strobe for us that paints like Suck a Dick in the Sky or something.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
There you go. But alrighty, ladies and gems, that is us for the Tuesday night stream. Thursday, hopefully we'll have a little bit more levity. And,
there is going to be nothing but levity. I've planned a special Thursday roll because tonight was sort of heavy. So this coming Thursday is going to be nothing but fucking guffaws and knee slappers.
Yes.
And a couple of nut shots.
Well, everybody loves a good nut shot.
That's fair.
Except for the guy taking the nut shot.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes it very much.
I believe there is one bovine colonoscopy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned.
There you go. But that is us for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pray that level heads prosper and,
It's too late for that now.
We're past that point.
Too old beyond that now.
Just punch the button, Jimmy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and punch this button to the Bolsheviks here in our country that are thinking that they run this world. Well, this one's for you.
Fuck you and all your motherfucking friends, nigga. Give a fuck if y'all in kindergarten, I'll whoop y'all motherfucking ass. That's why Santa Claus ain't real, bitch. That's why I fucked your mama, bitch. I'll fuck up all your kids. I don't care, goddammit. Huh? Prove it to me. Prove it to me. That's why you ain't going to Disney World, bitch. Fuck you and your friends. Fuck all y'all, bitch.
And that's putting it lightly.
Damn.
That's fair.
Take it easy, everybody.